Wow, this is a little bit special. This little beauty is a Hobbies SE1 model steam engine. These were made by Geoffrey Mallins, the guy who started Mammoth, from 1936 until 1940, so it's difficult to date it accurately, but even if it was one of the last ones produced, it's still 79 years old. These were made at the same time as the early Mammoth SE1, and they're basically the same engine. You could differentiate between them because obviously this has a Hobbies decal rather than the Mammoth one, and also the Hobbies engines were painted a darker red. The base was a darker red. But this is, I was really pleased to get this. This is my first Hobbies engine. These normally go for an awful lot of money, even the little ones, the SE1 being the smallest of them. They are rare, and they literally, they don't come up for auction very often, and when they do, they nearly always start at like £400 and this kind of sort of silly money. So I was very lucky to get this one. It's complete, apart from obviously it's missing the burner, but you know, the safety valve is there. It all moves. The steam pipe's detached. That just needs resoldering in place. It needs a good clean up. I won't be touching the base because obviously the Hobbies, let's tip it up so you can see it. There you go. The Hobbies decal is pretty much intact. I mean, there is some damage there, but it's way too good to risk you know, removing it. And the base is in very good condition anyway. So yeah, so a simple strip down, clean up, probably repaint the firebox and the boiler band, and we should be good to go. Well, here's the Hobbies SE1 after a damn good clean. Didn't require a lot of work. The brass was cleaned up using my normal methods, which I've detailed in other videos. Basically, boiler, you just use a Scotch-Brite metal polish, and same with the chimney, and then pretty much the other brass bits were cleaned up on the wire wheel, and it's come up very nicely indeed. As I said previously, the only thing that I needed to do was solder the steam pipe onto the engine frame, but that was obviously fairly easy. Yeah, it looks lovely. Usual firebox paint is Halford's high temperature engine paint, satin black, put on with the brushed on, and it's come up really nicely. Then it was put in the oven for an hour to harden off, and yeah, I'm very pleased with it. These are lovely little engines. They really were nice. Say they're just lovely. No burner for it, but I will use a 2-wick burner off of one of my Mammoths from a similar SE1 from a similar age to this. So I must admit that 2-wick burner does seem rather over the top for it's quite a small boiler, but that was apparently what it had. So right, let's get it steamed up. Well, think we've got enough pressure? Yes, look at that, lovely. And not only that, it's very quiet. There we go. Runs like a charm. Very smooth. Just a small drop of oil here on the shaft and also on the cylinder and in the piston. On the piston, I should say, in the cylinder. It's not bad for a nearly 80-year-old engine, and that's at best guesstimate at its youngest age. Lovely. I love running these little engines, be it Mammoth or Hobbies. They are just really nice. And as I said previously, this is the first Hobbies. I have another one now, but this is the first Hobbies engine I actually acquired, so it's nice to see it running. I think these are very simple, basic engines, but they're obviously well made. They stand the test of time really, really well. You know, I mean, that's just perfect. It doesn't get better than that. There you go. A Hobbies SE1 from somewhere between 1936 and 1940. Under steam in December of 2019. And running just as well as it did when it was new. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little video on the Hobbies SE1. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers!